はい、こんにちは。ディスコエリジウムザ・ファイナルカット。続きをプレイしていきます。今回はこの本屋のカーテンの裏。なんかさ、もう見えてない？ここに人？像？行ってみようか。
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room. A strange cage-like
なんか
trinket
見えるよね。
dangles from the curtains.
カーテンを開ける。
You see a dimly lit room full of dusty furniture and trash. A doorway stands in the back, covered in dozens of scary little cage-like trinkets, your shadow looming over it like an omen.
ライト。あ、全然人でも何でもなかったな。なんで人に見えたんだろう。お札が貼ってある部屋がある。幽霊を思わせるヘアドライヤーのシルエット。なんとなく中性的な男性の肖像画。そんなもんだね。
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of little oddly shaped trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked.
ノックする。
Only an echo. No one is there. A hollowed out, dark echo.
鍵を使ってドアを開ける。
After exerting some force, you manage to turn the key. It's eerily silent. The door slides slightly open, letting a draft of cold air into the room.
キム、あんた先に行ってくれないか？
Detective, you're the one in charge.
ドアを開けて中に入る。おろ。トレーニングルーム。サンドバッグから砂がこぼれ落ちている。この玉ってさ、もしかしてさ、おじいちゃんたちにあげれないかな？砲丸投げの玉。やった。高い。老紳士たちの一番の気晴らしである砲丸投げで使う玉。手放さず何かに活かしたい方がいい気がする。これほど美しい古風なスポーツ用具を売るのは罪だ。おじいちゃんに返そう。お、なんだ？
What is this place?
冒険の予感だ。
No, it's a gym. Though it looks like no one's been here in ages. I doubt the electricity still works. Good thing we have a flashlight on us.
Some specks of dust shimmer in a faint beam of daylight falling from the window. Other than that, the room is dark. An eerie feeling rises in your chest.
長く使われていない理由がもしもあるとしたら。
Yes, because it's closed. No need to look for supernatural explanations where a banal one will do. Now let's move on, shall we?
奥ね。ポスター？皮と汗のような匂いがする。そしてダンベル。バーベルか、これは。
A barbell lies on the floor. The color has worn off its weight plates. It's 60 kilograms. Your triceps hum at the sight of these weights. Show the world what kind of beast it's dealing with. Lift them. There are no collars on the barbell. This is a safety hazard.
やば。8%？ミロ、キム、ワナだ。バーベルにカラーがついてない。カラーって何？安全性に問題がある。
You're right. The weight may fall off.
なるほどね。 一体どこのバカがわざわざカラーだけ外しやがった。重罪で罰せられるべきだ。
It would be a violation of EPIS safety regulations if the gym was still operating, but it isn't. No one's supposed to come here anymore.
ホワイトスキルチェックか。立ち去る。肉体装置肉体装置。電気化学は割とあるけどな。白いタンクトップか。プライチぐらいじゃどうにもならんのよな。まあ、ちょっと、別の機会に。暗っ。古い窓ガラスと瓦礫で廊下が塞がれている。どこと繋がってんだこれ。奇妙な液体で満たされた大きなデミジョン瓶。暗闇の中、野生動物の剥製があなたをじっと見つめている。ああ、鹿がいるね。こっちでやっていくんだろうな。ああ、向こう側から回っていくのか。蜘蛛の巣に覆われた空力艇の回転翼。ナイフを連想させる。裸のトルソー。変わった黄色をしている。お金、美味しいです。手触りが柔らかい青いビロード。虫食いだらけだ。お金です。ありがたい。まずこっち行こう。物置かな。スキー板、スキー板、ラミネート加工された上に、上面にスリップストリームと、文字があったと。スリップストリームのロゴがついてる。これもか。お金ですか？お金ではない。フィラメントメモリー制作スケジュール。何これ？やば。やば。50だって。立方体のように交差するフィラメントが手の中で妙に脆く感じる。その複雑な構造は未だに埃をかぶっている。側面に貼ってある銀色のテープに制作スケジュールと書いてある。注意、このフィラメントに記録されている情報は、ラジオコンピューターで読み取ることができる。ラジオコンピューター？記録媒体ってことこれ。フィラメントメモリー。50。売りたい。ラジオなんだって？
This appears to be some kind of machine with a cube-shaped heart and a wired
これのことか？
The keyboard has a rectangular on-off button. A piece of paper still hangs from the printer.
A radio computer. Just sitting here without anyone inside.
What he means is that these things cost money. Why would anyone just leave it behind? This is the Ream Civic radio computer, model RC5120, equipped with a Feld mainframe and a Ream-compatible printer.
電源を入れてみるべきか？
We have one of these down at the station, but I never really learned how to use it.
一旦離れよう。他のここをチェックして、あ、扉もなんかあるな。まだ奥があるのか。
Your flashlight slides over an old green chalkboard covered in scribbles,
あれ？なんか
sketches, and schemes, like some ancient cave
ファン
mural.
タジーな、ここ、 ゲーム開発会社とかじゃないよね。エルフっぽいなんか絵が描いてあるけどな。スケッチ。古代の洞窟の壁画のようだ。
Some of the writing has faded with age, but you can still make out sections here and there. Photos and drawings have been pinned to the board.
絵を調べる。
These lithe, pointy-eared creatures appear to be different types of welkins. You make out autumnal candle welkins casting wax-based magic. Translucent welkins with organs shining under their skin, and even ether welkins hailing from the vast emptiness of sidereal space. One of the welkins, towering among the rest, appears to be different, however.
ウェルキンをよく見てみる。これは重要な情報に違いない。
It's Vara Hamira, a high welkin, his face white and scarred like cracked marble. This is clearly a welkin supremacist.
なんか本当エルフみたいだね。ハイエルフとかいるもんね。
All non-welkin races will be purged. The Haldor, the Twarg, the humans, and even headless men, all
The Wag.
purged. Imagine a world filled only with welkin, green welkin, dread welkin, and the high welkin to rule them all.
An inordinate amount of time has gone into drawing these little welkin creatures.
なんでこんなものにそこまで時間をかける必要があるんだ？
Some people really like building a world, I think, even if it's just for a game.
こいつらは一体何者なんだ？誰が書いた？実在するのか？聞きたいことが後から湧いてくる。
This looks like concept art for a project. It's not really real.
こいつらの中にウェルキン至上主義者がいるぞ。
Political commentary. That one has a great beard too.
まあ勉強にはなったか。ウェルキンのことはもうこれくらいにしておこう。
Just look at those details. So much effort.
写真を調べる。
The photo collage depicts barren, icy landscapes wrapped in perpetual night. You see permafrost and glacial landforms, dead trees grown in under the snow. Entire oceans have been frozen from shore to shore. There are pictures of settlements on dried-up riverbeds, abandoned in a storm. Animal corpses in the dark, carcasses and bones. You see primitive oil rigs built into glaciers, boreal dvorg, yurts under the snow, great mammoth-like beasts of burden. Albeit dark and cold, this vision also feels cozy in its own way, like eggnog or morphine, a much-needed respite from our own world. A pinned postcard reads, "The heat death scenario. A desperate fight for geothermal energy engulfs the world as Wirral becomes untethered from its sun, drifting through the universe."
スケジュールを調べる。
This is a monthly calendar from the year 50. Cryptic words like sprint, daily minimi, and GPI span the marker-drawn grid, the grand scheme of production and money. It looks a bit like an academic calendar, only much more brutal. Minimi stands for a mini meeting. It's part of a bigger framework for managing work called RUN. Station 41 tried to implement it a few years ago, but failed.
結局どうなったんだ？
As time goes on, the numbers in the boxes grow rarer and rarer. The board becomes an empty snowfield in the final days.
なるほど
Only
ね。
failure and regret dwell in this region.
Looks like they didn't make it.
A note in the bottom left corner of the chalkboard says, "See the prod schedule filament for details."
詳細は制作スケジュールのフィラメントを参照。見るしかないか。50リアルもするけど、見たらもうなくなっちゃいそうだよね。メモを調べる。
The handwriting is only partly legible, but you can still make out 3 slogans: "Call in, tune out," "Wirral untethered," and "Heat death of the universe." The full text reads, "Heat death of the universe is the new black." Another note says, The biggest advancement in role-playing systems since the 30s.
すごいな。ロールプレイングシステムにおける30年代以来、最大の進化に刮目せよ。対策の予定だったんだろうな。あ、奥もなんかあるね。
This old fireplace is covered in lines drawn in blue and red marker, the mesh spreading over the stone like blood vessels on alabaster skin. It looks ghostly and strangely ancient.
これ暖炉なんだ。あ、なんかあれだね。口があるね。この辺もそうなんだろうな。俺は今何を見てるんだ？
Radio frequencies, it seems. UKV-123.6, UKV-123.7, UKV-123.9. Some written notes, too. Sparse and cryptic.
何に使う無線周波数だ？
Unclear. It looks like a cardiovascular system split into veins and capillaries. Very advanced.
じゃあこれは何か医学に関するものなのか？難解な芸術作品の類なのだろうな。なんだろうね。別に医学関係ないだろうな。難解な芸術作品の類なんだろうな。
You think so? The web is comprised of radio stations, all lead back to one red heart titled The Game Master Frequency.
ああ、ラジオでゲームやってたの？
Station it wants. They must have had massive airwidth. These things don't come cheap.
このゲームマスターってのは誰だ？
Someone very important.
ものすごく偉いやつ。
The leader of a massive on-air game built by these people.
電波放送型ゲーム。これがゲームだというなら誰が遊んでるんだ？
Whoever decides to call in to a call-in station, it looks like. A list of names under the stations suggests people across 6 Isolas would be playing. Muindi, Insulinda, Kotla, Grad, Samara, and even Ilmara. There's no way a little basement studio working here could pull anything like this off.
My God. It's as if the less money they had, the more ambitious their project became.
放送範囲の確保にかかる費用だけでもとんでもない額だぞ。
Exactly. This schedule, I know doom when I see it. The company was running out of funding.
他には
Nothing. It's just lines on marble. An echo from times long gone. No one has used the fireplace in ages.
宇宙最先端 RPG の開発チームとノートに走り書きされている。あ、出ちゃうのか。やば。
Yes?
違う。一旦戻ろう。フィラメントを見よう。ここはこっちなんだ？
An iron safety curtain curves before your
大
eyes,
科幕。
folded like a bellows. It covers half the room, blocking the way into a colossal industrial chimney. This must be where the entity lives.
ノックする。
What an odd thing to do. Nothing happens.
もっと強くノックする。
Still nothing. No one's home.
もっと思いっきりノックする。
Those curtains prove to
痛い。
be surprisingly sturdy. Your fist hurts now. If this is really an entrance to the chimney, then there must be a furnace somewhere as well. Maybe there's another way to get in.
Can you please try to refrain from attacking random things?
うん。この向こうに何があるのか確かめたい。
Why do you think there's something on the other side necessarily? In any case, there's no way we can get in right now. Let's investigate further.
なるほど。バールじゃないの？バールでなんとかなんない？
As before.
なりませんか。間違えた。あ、今なんだ？何取ったんだ？なんだ？今何だったんだ？まあいいか。映画機、ラ・デルタ51年。よいしょ。お、なんか今出たね。展示されていた洋服。
The dusty radio computer sleeps on its wired frame, forgotten and unused. Its keyboard has a rectangular on-off button. A piece of paper still hangs from the printer.
機械の電源を入れる。
The machine lights up like some prehistoric animal stirring from its slumber, revealing fluorescent play and print keys on the keyboard. The hatch on the machine's central compartment is wide open.
コンパートメントの中を覗く。
It's empty like a beehive without its brood. Some cables have been left dangling, disconnected. The filament you have would fit perfectly inside the compartment.
制作スケジュールを差し込む。
Like a smooth drawer, the filament slides into place. On the keyboard, the play key
あ、取り出せる。
working.
再生を押す。
A bar of fabric right above the keyboard starts producing a soft hum. The sound of static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. The static gets louder, slowly filling up the abandoned hall until a voice speaks out, crackling and old, cutting into the air.
Good morning. Fortress accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. This is East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the production schedule?
あれ？これって何？今繋がってんの？制作スケジュールとは何だ？
The filament you have inserted into the reader.
俺が中に入れた発光している物体のことか。
Yes. Is that the production schedule?
ああ。
Good. Please repeat the password.
パスワード苦手なんだ。なんかヒントをくれないか？
No.
あれ？
A hint system is not part of the protocol for repeater stations.
俺の誕生日か？
Still no.
こちらは警察だ。頼むからこいつを開けてくれ。
I am contractually obliged to protect the privacy of the filament holder for accident. Without filing a warrant with Lintel, I cannot give you access to this filament.
しっかりしてるな、おばあちゃん。
I'm afraid we are not doing that, unless we want to wait for a month.
Now, can you please repeat the password?
パスワードはわからない。
Received. I will register this login attempt.
え？わからないが正解？
Don't worry. Passwords have a way of turning up sooner or later.
Fortress accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
あ、違う。失敗したって言ってんのね。ログインの失敗したっていうのを記録させてもらうってことね。なぜ俺のことをフォートレスアクシデントと呼んだ？
Fortress accident is the company on whose name the terminal you are currently using.
あ、これがもう通信装置なのか。この会社について他にも知っていることはないか？
One moment. Fortress Accident SCA produces revolutionary interactive call-in radio games. That's what the catalog says.
で、そのインタラクティブなプレイヤー参加型のラジオゲームというのは一体何なんだ？
Any other questions?
うん。あんたは一体何なんだ？機械なのか、それとも生きてる人間なのか？
Yes, I am alive. I am 74 years old and my name is Yvonne.
イボンヌさん。
She repeats passwords. Programming people are all paranoid.
うん。こんなこと言わなくていいよね。なるほど。だがあんた自身は今どこにいるんだ？なぜ俺の現在地を把握できた？
I work as a repeater at the East Insulindian repeater station. It's my job to know where you are, Fortress Accident. As for me, well, I am sitting in my cubicle, surrounded by a wall of radios. Now, please tell me if there's anything else I can do, Fortress Accident.
とりあえず以上だ。
Thank you, and goodbye.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in a soft glow. Fluorescent play and print keys shine on the keyboard.
印刷。
Nothing happens.
じゃあ取り出す。
The filament slides out of its glowing nest.
パスワードが分かったら、まあ来ようか。あれ？なんか喋りたがってるね。
Okay. What do you think is going on with that computer, chalkboard, and fireplace?
うん。ただの立ち行かなくなったビジネスだろ。問題は、彼らが何を作っているかだ。
Yes, that is the question.
Like he's ready to lay out a fine theory, crafted together like a puzzle box.
It looks like one of those popular pen and paper role-playing games. Only these people were trying to automate it, make it work on radio computers.
彼らはどうやってそれを実現するつもりだったんだ？
Through call-in stations. None of the players have to be physically present. Anyone in the world can participate in the game, as long as they have a two-way radio. Then there's the game master frequency that listens in on the smaller call-in stations. I think that was supposed to coordinate the stories, functioning as a master of ceremonies of sorts.
Coordinating so many games would take a whole switchboard of people, possibly divided into sub-frequencies.
過去にこんな試みをした会社があるのか？
Not to my knowledge. They make automated games in Graz, Messina, Königstein. You know, places with industry. But I don't think anyone has attempted to create an inter-isolary game before. We just don't have the technology.
こいつはロールプレイングゲームだったのか？
Indeed, those Welkins are a dead giveaway. Role-playing people love that stuff. The world looks like a modified version of the WeWorld board game, with hit death thrown in.
この会社に何が起こったと思
No idea. They stopped filling out the schedule on the chalkboard.
う？うん。すごいな。結論すごいな。
Indeed, it's ambitious and untethered from reality, but...
こんなことが実現可能だと思ってたなら開発者は正気じゃない。
Yes, especially in here. Okay, let's keep moving.
うん。ちょっと待って。一旦さ、水門を開ける。閉じるか。まあ別にあれか。今日午前中までとかそういうルールはないか。次元があるのはバルコニーの喫煙者の部屋に21時に行くってやつね。わーお。もう20溜まったよ、今日の分。今日の分溜まったよ。 上の石炭落としから風のうなり声が聞こえる。クマ。冷蔵庫それ。アイスクリームメーカー。
You see a terrifying ice bear with a strange compartment in its belly.
白クマなん
The
だ。
door is covered in frost, and the bear's eyes are glowing red.
一体何なんだこれは。巨大な白クマみたいに見えるが。
The lieutenant doesn't answer. His eyes are glued to the animal. A sharp slice of light shines out from its mysterious belly door.
ドアをこじ開ける。
A gust of freezing cold air rushes to greet you. You hear a low grumble as the bear regulates itself. This is the inside of a refrigerator. The lieutenant takes a peek inside. His hand has found the holster of his gun.
落ち着けキム。ただの冷蔵庫だ。
Of course, just a giant ice bear-shaped fridge. Let's take a look inside.
冷蔵庫の中を覗いてみる。
The shelves are empty. All you see are crumpled ice cream wrappers with the brand name, Revachol Ice City. A handwritten note has been attached to the door. The fridge is huge.
メモを剥が
You
す。
pocket the note and the little fridge magnets keeping
これ
it.
パスワードじゃないか。中にあるアイスクリームの包装紙を調べる。
A friendly cartoon bear smiles back at you from a glossy cellophane wrapper. It looks nothing like the fridge. The paper still smells of vanilla and chocolate.
そもそも荒れ果てた地下室になんでこんな巨大なクマの形の冷蔵庫があるんだ。
Good question. It looks like an ice cream fridge.
じゃあこいつらは純肉食性の獣を使ってアイスクリームを売ろうとしていたのか。
I know. What an unfortunate marketing choice. What is even worse, the bear is still costing them money.
そうね。
today.
The fridge buzzes with energy. The electricity bill on this thing must be catastrophic.
壁が崩れている。これは暖炉か。
A thick layer of coal
Boiler.
dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black.
キム、こいつはなんだ。もしかしてセントラルヒーターか。
Looks like it. Looks like an old central furnace used to heat the building. It's connected to the chimney. No one has used it in ages. No signs of any recent fire. Only dead rats.
中を覗く。
It's dark and grimy here. In the darkness, you can hear chatter. It's coming from above. A voice or several voices talking to each other. Near the smoke chamber, upstairs. The echo is so prominent, it's impossible to discern what the voices are saying or what's producing them.
What are you doing?
幻聴が聞こえる。もしかしたら蚊の存在かもしれない。確信はないんだが上から誰かの話し声が聞こえてきている気がする。
Wait, really? Maybe it's coming from behind those safety curtains we saw upstairs.
防火膜の向こうから声が降りてきてる。手に炭をこすりつける。
A lush layer of coal now covers your skin, sinking into
なんで
the
そんな
room.
ことした？
Your hands look ancient. Maybe you could paint something with this coal. Leave a cave painting for future archaeologists. No, that would be stupid.
なんかもうちょっと闇の存在の選択はしたくないんだよな。認めたくないというか。うまく口笛を吹けなかったプラス1だって。ホワイトスキルチェック、肉体装置、ちょっと一旦、肉体装置。これか。 白タンクトップ。一旦これでどのぐらい ?72。いけるでしょう。おーいと叫ぶ。OK。
A mighty bellow echoes throughout the chimney's depths. The chatter of tiny voices above suddenly cease. Then,
あれこちらは警察だ。そこにいるのは誰だ
Hello? Did you say anything? I can't hear you. Please come upstairs. There's a safe room on the second floor. I'll open it.
やった。
you hear a low rumble upstairs, the sound of a curtain being pulled aside.
After you, officer.
足で蹴ってみ、蹴る必要なくない？怪我するよ。怪我しそうだよな。やめとこうか。蹴る痛い。ああ。あれ選択肢がない。あ、来た。
You feel something in your chest, an unnatural pressure. It's spreading to your left arm, your jaw.
どうした？つまり相当まずいんだな。
Very, very bad. This is the end. Bad.
意識を失わないようにする。
All you feel is pain and weakness. You have to surrender now. We all do. It gets so dark. You don't even see her face. Like you always thought you would. You only see pain and fear.
シューつま先が痛くて死んでしまったんですけど。
Cop suffers from a heart attack.
心臓発作。
RCM passed away yesterday. His death, though abrupt, did not come as a surprise to those who knew him.
なんなの
He was the
よ。
heaviest drinker I'd ever met. Captain Ptolemy Price, the deceased superior officer, commented, "That ain't easy on the ticker." He loved his liquor, sure, said Detective Chester McLean, friend and colleague. But I think before he ever had a heart attack, his heart was broken. According to an official statement given by the RCM, the officer was on the brink of solving a murder case.